Hey Cowboys Nation! Welcome back to a deep dive into everything happening with America's team as the playoff race heats up. The season has been nothing short of wild so far. And as we look at the NFC landscape, the tension is rising, with every game counting more than ever. The Cowboys are in a position where the margin for error is razor thin. After a strong showing last week, they've kept themselves in the conversation for a postseason run. But it's far from guaranteed. Across the league, standings are shaking up. And one slip here or a surprise loss there can dramatically shift the playoff picture. The Bears sit at the top of the NFC thanks to a tie-breaker edge, just ahead of the Rams, while Seattle lurks close behind, creating a scenario where every matchup is magnified in importance. The Eagles have cooled off slightly, and the Cowboys, sitting a game and a half behind the Lions, know that they need to string together wins and hope for a little chaos elsewhere to secure a spot. Right now, the path to the playoffs is fairly straightforward if the Cowboys can maintain their focus. Winning out would almost certainly guarantee their postseason berth. And from a practical perspective, it only requires a few other results to go their way. Losses from the Bears in non-critical games or slip-ups from the Niners could be just enough to open the door for Dallas. Every game matters, and the schedule doesn't make it easy. Key matchups loom with the Lions on Thursday night, the Vikings, the Chargers, and the Commanders still to face. 3 of these games are on the road, and a couple are under the lights, increasing the stakes. Each snap in these upcoming weeks could shift the playoff odds, and the Cowboys will have to execute perfectly to capitalize on their remaining opportunities. One of the most critical elements to consider is how losses impact the playoff probability. If the Cowboys were to drop even a single game, the playoff chances take a significant hit. Their margin for error has been practically non-existent since the slow start to the season. A loss to the Lions, in particular, would be devastating, as it would not only flip the win-loss column in favor of Detroit, but also push another team into the mix ahead of Dallas in the standings. Suddenly, the requirement for help from other teams skyrockets. The Eagles' performance becomes central in this scenario, as any further slip-ups from them could dramatically boost Dallas odds. The Chargers, Commanders, and even the Giants have roles to play in this intricate playoff puzzle, and understanding the interplay of wins, losses, and tie-breakers is crucial. If the Cowboys can navigate the remaining games successfully, their fate will likely be in their hands. But the margin for mistakes is nearly zero. The schedule offers both challenges and opportunities. Facing teams like the Lions, who remain competitive and motivated, represents the biggest hurdle in the short term. The Vikings and Chargers are tough opponents on the road, and games scheduled in prime-time slots only add to the intensity. Every performance counts, whether it's a critical third-down conversion or a turnover in the red zone. The Cowboys' ability to close the year strong will determine how much external help they will need. Winning out minimizes the reliance on other teams, but any loss increases the complexity of the path dramatically. In these final weeks, preparation, execution, and focus will define whether Dallas emerges as a postseason contender or falls short despite a valiant effort. The playoff picture in the NFC is chaotic and layered. While some teams like the Bears and Rams appear stable at the top, the middle of the pack is unpredictable. Half-game differences separate multiple teams, meaning that one surprise win or loss can cause a cascade of effects. The Lions are close enough to the Cowboys to make each encounter pivotal, and the Niners' schedule, including a bye week and tough matchups against playoff-caliber teams, adds more variables to consider, with multiple teams capable of securing wild card spots or even challenging for the division. Every game result is magnified. This level of uncertainty creates an exciting, nerve-wracking environment for fans and players alike. The Cowboys' path requires careful navigation of these variables, and each week offers a chance to either gain ground or see the window narrow. Focusing on the most immediate games, the Lions matchup stands out as a defining moment. A win would not only move Dallas ahead in the playoff race, but also significantly alter the dynamics of other NFC teams. Subsequent games against the Vikings and Chargers on the road test the team's resilience and ability to perform under pressure. Primetime exposure adds an extra layer of scrutiny, but it also presents the opportunity to showcase the Cowboys' talent on a national stage. The schedule challenges Dallas in multiple ways. Opponent quality, travel, and timing all contribute to the difficulty. Still, the Cowboys have shown they can rise to the occasion, and finishing the season strong will be crucial to achieving their postseason goals. The NFC East continues to be a key factor in the playoff scenario. The Eagles remain the primary obstacle, but the possibility of them stumbling provides hope. Dallas is only a game and a half behind, and the remaining matchups for Philadelphia are not guaranteed wins. The Cowboys can capitalize on any slips while maintaining pressure through their own performance. Each game becomes a balancing act between controlling what they can winning and hoping for the right opportunities to rise from the results of others. This interconnectedness is what makes the NFC so unpredictable and compelling as the season reaches its final stages. As the league continues to unfold, the complexity of playoff permutations becomes more apparent. Teams like the Packers, Niners, and Seahawks all have paths to influence Dallas' position simultaneously. The Cowboys' remaining opponents must be approached with a strategy that maximizes wins and minimizes mistakes. Injuries, performance consistency, and situational awareness will play critical roles in determining the outcome. The team's preparation, combined with a bit of fortune from other results, will ultimately decide if America's team extends their season into January or if their playoff hopes are cut short. Each week brings new opportunities and challenges, and the Cowboys fans are on edge as every game matters more than ever. With key divisional matchups, primetime clashes, and critical road games ahead, the team's resilience will be tested. The playoff journey is not guaranteed, but the path is clear. Win games, maintain focus, and capitalize on opportunities when rival teams falter. Every play counts, and every result can shift the landscape in dramatic ways. Cowboys Nation has plenty to cheer for, and the stakes have never been higher as the regular season nears its thrilling conclusion. As we move deeper into the playoff race, every game feels like a high-stakes battle where one slip can alter the landscape dramatically. The Cowboys have demonstrated resilience all season, but now the pressure has escalated to a point where each matchup carries playoff-level intensity. The upcoming slate of games is critical, with opponents ranging from division rivals to challenging road trips, and each contest presents unique obstacles. The Lions game remains a focal point. A victory there would not just shift the win-loss column, but also provide a psychological boost for a team navigating the chaotic NFC. On the flip side, a loss would force Dallas to rely heavily on other results and increase the complexity of the playoff picture exponentially. The Vikings present another significant test. Traveling to face a disciplined defense on the road is never easy, and the Cowboys will need to combine precision in the passing game with aggressive defensive execution to secure the win. Primetime exposure adds pressure, yet it also offers an opportunity to make a statement and send a message to the rest of the league that Dallas is a team capable of handling adversity. Every possession counts, and moments like red zone efficiency, third down conversions, and turnovers could determine the outcome. Victory in this matchup would solidify momentum heading into subsequent challenges, while a loss could create a domino effect, narrowing their window for postseason qualification. The Chargers are another key opponent, representing a test of adaptability and focus. With dynamic players on both sides of the ball, Los Angeles has the ability to disrupt game plans and force mistakes. Dallas will need to maintain discipline, manage the clock effectively, and execute at a high level across all three phases of the game. Success here requires a balance of aggression and patience, knowing when to push the tempo and when to control the pace. A strong showing would reaffirm the team's ability to win on the road against quality opponents, an essential component of a deep playoff run. Meanwhile, the broader NFC landscape is in constant flux. The Eagles, Packers, Niners, and Seahawks all have games remaining that could impact Dallas' positioning, making every result from these teams relevant. Philadelphia's ability to win or stumble directly influences the Cowboys' playoff chances, especially in scenarios where tie-breakers come into play. Seattle's continued competitiveness means that Dallas may have to cheer against certain teams to preserve their own positioning, creating a web of interconnected outcomes that adds excitement but also complexity. This unpredictability keeps fans engaged and analysts busy as they project multiple paths forward. The Niners, sitting in a strong position with a solid record, provide another layer of uncertainty. Their schedule, including a bye week and challenging matchups, could open opportunities for Dallas if the team capitalizes on every chance. However, if San Francisco continues to perform at a high level, the Cowboys will have to focus solely on winning their own games to stay in contention. Similarly, the Packers' remaining schedule poses risks and rewards, and the Bears' performance down the stretch could make the difference in division standings. The interrelation of wins, losses, And T-breakers means that Dallas must approach each game with precision and awareness, understanding that every outcome can ripple across the league. Divisional matchups carry even greater weight. Games against the Commanders and Giants, while appearing manageable on paper, come with the heightened pressure of rivalry and the potential for unpredictable performances. Historically, divisional games tend to be closer and more emotionally charged, making them particularly pivotal for playoff implications. The Cowboys' ability to handle these contests with focus and discipline will influence their trajectory, while external results remain important. Controlling their destiny through direct wins is the most reliable path forward. Road games add another layer of challenge. Travel fatigue, hostile environments, and schedule density all impact performance. And the Cowboys will need to navigate these factors while maintaining peak execution. Prime time games, including a Christmas Day matchup, amplify scrutiny and elevate stakes. But they also offer a chance to showcase resilience and skill on a national stage. Every game is a proving ground, and Dallas' performance under these conditions will reflect the team's true capacity to compete at the highest level. Analyzing each remaining opponent, the Lions stand out as the immediate hurdle. A victory would provide a crucial boost in both standings and morale, while a loss could require an almost perfect combination of wins and losses from other teams to keep playoff hopes alive. The Chargers, Vikings, and Commanders follow, each presenting unique challenges that test strategic adaptability, execution, and endurance. The Cowboys' coaching staff will need to prepare meticulously, and players will need to execute under pressure, knowing that every play carries heightened significance. In parallel, the NFC East race remains tightly contested. The Eagles' performance is the biggest variable in Dallas' quest for postseason qualification. Every slip by Philadelphia is an opportunity, but Dallas cannot rely solely on external factors. They must win their games to maximize the chance for advancement. A win against the Chargers or Vikings on the road, combined with other favorable results, could catapult the Cowboys into a strong playoff position. Conversely, losses increase reliance on other teams, creating a delicate balancing act that requires both precision and a bit of luck. Looking beyond the immediate schedule, the playoff landscape as a whole is remarkably volatile. Teams like the Niners and Seahawks are in contention for both wild card and division opportunities, and their remaining matchups are unpredictable. A win or loss by any of these teams can influence Dallas' positioning, meaning fans must monitor the league closely. The interplay of results across divisions, tie-breakers, and win-loss records creates a scenario where no game exists in isolation. Every victory matters, but so does every defeat by competitors. The complexity of these relationships underscores why the final stretch of the season is so captivating for fans and analysts alike. Before we roll on, subscribe to Cowboys Wire News, drop a like, and turn on the bell. Your support keeps the Dallas Cowboys updates coming. Tell us what you think in the comments. A storm appears to be brewing in Dallas, and it centers around one of the Cowboys' rising stars, Javonte Williams. Sources close to the team have revealed that Williams allegedly expressed frustration over his current teammate, reportedly stating in no uncertain terms, "I won't play alongside him anymore." While the specifics of whom he was referring to remain tightly under wraps, insiders suggest that tensions have been simmering behind the scenes for weeks, and Williams' patience may have finally reached its limit. The Cowboys, a franchise usually known for its stability and disciplined locker room culture, may now be facing an internal crisis. Coaches and management are reportedly scrambling to understand the root of the dispute, as rumors of strained relationships and disagreements over playing style, strategy, or even personality clashes circulate. Some teammates are said to be concerned that this could affect team cohesion, especially given Williams' prominence on the field and his growing role as a key playmaker. Fans, naturally, are buzzing on social media, speculating about the identity of the player at the center of the controversy. Theories range from clashes with veteran leaders to friction with newer teammates trying to find their footing. Analysts are weighing in as well, noting that locker room dynamics can sometimes spill onto the field, influencing performance and team morale. The Cowboys front office now faces a delicate balancing act, keeping a talented roster intact while managing personalities and egos that appear to be at odds. While the Cowboys have not issued any formal statements regarding Williams' comments, the situation has already sparked heated debate among sports commentators and fan forums alike. Some suggest that if the tension escalates, trades or lineup changes could be on the horizon, potentially reshaping the team's strategy. Others argue that this could be a temporary flare-up, a typical locker room dust-up that ultimately resolves behind closed doors. Whatever the case, the message seems clear. Javonte Williams is willing to take a stand, and the Cowboys leadership may have a new challenge in maintaining harmony in one of the NFL's most scrutinized franchises. The coming weeks will likely reveal whether this is a momentary outburst or the spark of a deeper crisis that could redefine the team's trajectory. That's a wrap from Cowboys Wire News. For breaking Cowboys updates, subscribe, drop a like, and turn on the bell. Tell us your take in the comments.